Hey guys, this review's and more back with another technology review. This is on a little itty bitty touchpad and wireless QWERTY keyboard that you can use as a remote for like an HTPC or your own personal computer or however you want to use it, and also for certain smart TVs. So I bought this, and this is the cheap, unbranded, completely Chinese made. Everything's from China, nothing special about it, but it's also 10 bucks. So really this is a review of a $10 item. So we're not expecting a whole lot out of it. But the main focus I'm going to put on this item is how does it do when working with a smart TV. So that's about what the item looks like. It's about maybe 6 inches across, 4 inches high, 4 to 5 inches high, very small. A USB charged power on-off switch, so it's not a standard remote. There is an on-off switch on it. Has a little lithium battery in the back, and it comes with a little basic USB cord which you can use or not use. It's backlit. Some of these come not backlit, green, blue, and a red. It's kind of just a little gimmicky thing. It will not hold that light on, so it's not like you leave it on and not worry about losing it. So this is just kind of a flashy thing to make it look cool. It functions as a full keyboard. The only thing that's missing in there is the number pad. So basically, it has even the mouse buttons are included. So there's a little left and right mouse click button on there, and functionally it feels really nice. There's a good feeling of a click every time you push down on a button. It's not like it doesn't feel worn out. They're all rubberized. It's not all plastic and cheap. The rest of it is. There's no rubberization on the actual item itself, except for the keys, if you want to call them keys. The touchpad's fairly responsive. In just a few moments you're going to see it being tested on a television. So I did not bother even doing it on a actual PC, simply because these wireless keyboards have become extremely cheap and they all function about the same. This is a 2.4 gigahertz model, so if you have conflicting devices it will mess you up. So make sure they're not conflicting, or that there's some kind of special software running. But understand this is the unbranded model. There's nothing special about this. So it's a very basic if you're trying to do something cheap. I will say this, it works fine with a PC. I didn't even bother showing it to you. But on the smart TV, the one I'm going to use is the Samsung, it is not terribly great for two reasons. One, you have to be very deliberate in how you push the buttons, and you have to be very close to the TV itself because it uses that little USB wireless stick. So you're not talking about any great distance. It says up to 10 meters, so you're looking at about 30 feet of range or a 30-foot radius to work with, and that's just bulk wrap. It does not reach that far. I'm sitting at my desk right now, and I'm trying, as I'm recording this, trying to make it work on the TV, and it's doing nothing. So that TV is less than maybe 15, 16 feet away, so it really doesn't do a whole lot. So if you're right up to the TV like it is right here, check out my son's cool dinosaur thing on the right-hand side. It's awesome. It glows in the dark. And internet pops right up. There are some short hot button keys like the internet. There's some other ones like playing videos. The touchpad's fairly responsive, as you can see here. If you can see the mouse cursor going, the clicking, you can either hit the pad just like you would on a laptop. So that works great. Where you start seeing difficulty again is how deliberate you have to be with typing in the keys into various apps. So this browser, it works fine, types right in. But if you're trying to, if you type it in very quickly, like let's say you're a really fast QWERTY keyboard typist with your thumbs, it might not pick them all up. So you got to constantly be checking your work anytime you type something out. So which isn't a big deal unless you're sitting there typing out documents or anything. But it is a fairly responsive remote when you're inside the integrated browser. Now here's where you start seeing a problem, when you start getting the apps. So this is just Netflix. This is just a Netflix app. And I wanted to show basically that you could in fact type in the email as opposed to going through with your hand remote and just hitting each button individually and trying to just use the integrated keyboard that's actually in as part of the app. You can just type directly in, so I typed in test email, nothing crazy, but you have to be very, very deliberate even when this close to the television, which is partially why I think it's basically junk for me. Now, it might work better with an HTPC kind of setup, so if you're looking at a home theater computer, might work great, but it's just something about the app, using the app on the system doesn't work that great. So on the computer side, works fine. So if you're looking for this, like what I was hoping to do was just have a QWERTY keyboard remote control for the TV completely. If I only did stuff with the browser, it'd be fine. But the moment you start getting to the apps, it's a little bit less responsive. And the further away in distance you get, it becomes just a big hunk, just a small hunk of plastic with buttons on it. It doesn't really do much. Like I said, I'm about 15 feet away from it. Where I'm sitting talking to you right now, about maybe 5-6 feet away from it with this TV, with this video you're seeing now, and it's working great at that distance, but I'm often not in that distance in this large family room. So overall, for me, the purchase not worth it. Not even worth $10 for it. Fun little thing to review. If you're looking for something for just right at your computer, or you're just messing around with things, maybe, but I just don't see a whole lot of utility for it when it just does not work that quickly or that effectively. And again, you get what you pay for. It was $10. I'm going to return it regardless, but overall, stay away from this one, guys. I wouldn't bother with it unless you just happen to have that real niche need to be right at your computer with a handheld QWERTY keyboard. Again, I just don't see a reason for it. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video helpful. Please like and subscribe to the video if you did find it helpful, and have an excellent day.